Hoagie Fest.
It was May 16th, and Chazz and I were embarking on the first of our so-called Trailblazer trips. After a quick stop at Wawa for $5 hoagies, we set our sights on the Georgia border and the town of Valdosta.
You know, I was filming and it was like black engine, and then dark green, and then black engine, but then the dark green part didn't process, and I was like, wait a second, and I turned around and I just saw the nose, and it was facing backwards, so I saw the nose and I saw the yellow rhombus or whatever is on the front and like the stripes on the side, and I was like, that was the Erie.
We made it, sort of. We're in Georgia. Hey, what's your pin? Yep. That's definitely what we're looking for. Alright, let's roll down there and see what he is.
Nobody saw it.
Whatever it is, it's a 9653 talking. Night, Chazz.
Ken gambles on farts and noises.
Can you grab my camera bag?
Yes.
Thank you. Sweet. Let's do this. So we just had a 45Z copy of track warrant from Valdosta to Mineola. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot him, scoot north, and try to get him again a couple times.
Which is the work between Leyden South and Mineola. We're going to show that thing in the clear. At 7:06 a.m. Oh! work between Langdale South and Mineola in the clear at 706 a.m. Chatfield, HSL, 5:20 p.m. Over. All right. I'll get back with you, dispatcher. 291's up to 144, 144.
We haven't heard anything from the dispatcher yet. Supposedly there's a 209 somewhere behind 291, and 45Z is going to stay here for him. But we're getting a little hungry, so we're going to start doubling up to Sparks. Hopefully we can grab 209 while we're there, but we want breakfast.
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. But then we got distracted, checked out the GFRR, missed 209, and Chazz decided that nothing would do except for a Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito. So, onward to Tifton. Or so we thought. As we rounded a curve just north of Lenox, we noticed a headlight and managed to set up with just seconds to spare.
Now I can't end the clip with that. Alright, so situation, there is a northbound manifest in the hole at Cordele. There's a northbound intermodal that's going to pass him. We're north now of Cordele proper, and we got a Q647 southbound, so we turned around and we are hauling as fast as we can back to the Drayton Road crossing so we can hopefully shoot him before we press north to make it.
Cordele was getting a little cramped, so the CSX JD dispatcher was forced to put Q647 in the hole at Ross. As much as we would have loved to shoot him moving, we quickly realized the real prize was the monster Q142 that he was waiting on. So we popped another U-turn and headed up to a favorite shot of mine in Vienna, which was first shown to me by fellow Trailblazer Paul Mathis.
Alright, so we're leaving Vienna. Train count right now is at 6 on the trip. We're going to check out Macon now, and then we're going to start making our way into Atlanta. There's a QO25 on CSX, but we're going to pass on that one just because it's a little out of the way and we don't particularly feel like waiting for it. Somewhere there's a 321 that copied a track warrant, and we don't know where because the radio cut in and out. Yeah, I can't hear what he's saying, but that is on NS. But use your words. but hopefully sometime in the near future, again, we'll be able to get another train for y'all. Oh, and it's barely 11 o'clock, and we already got 6 trains. So...
Chazz and I had heard reports that Norfolk Southern's Veterans Unit had been assigned to the Macon Power Pool for the last few months, and it was definitely something we were on the lookout for. Lo and behold, as we ambled into Warner Robins, the headlight of G61 appeared on the horizon, led by 6920. It's kind of fitting that we found it directly next to Robins Air Force Base, just out of image to the right.
Hang on, is that what I think it is?
Oh, it's the vets!
After G59, it was time to head into Macon proper. We soon found ourselves at Edgewood Junction for 207, who had just run the loop from Savannah. Immediately behind him was Macon local GM10, returning light to Brosnan from Terracotta Yard.
Southend dispatch, over. I think you read this GM10, over. That's right, GM10, y'all locked up in the clear, over. That is correct, over, locked up, Dalia, restored, normal movement, over. Right, yep, looks good on my end, appreciate it.
Just watch for Arkwright Road. Oh, 11 trains on the weekend. We need food.
I've had Whataburger like 3 times in my life. I mean, it's nothing like Five Guys. It's not even like Cookout.
Well, we stopped in Jacksonville and got Whataburger last Virginia.
I was like, eh. And then my friends coming at me about Cookout like, oh, it's not Whataburger though. Exactly, it's not Whataburger. It's better.
Cookout.
It's Cookout. Shut up.
So we followed the Atlanta South. We're at McDonough now, getting back on I-75. The reason we have nothing to show for it is because we broke Rule 1 3 times. We hesitated to get a coal train that might be a regret because it might have had a Grinstein back on it. And we were just too lazy to shoot the local that we just drove right next to. So we just decided we want to go to Atlanta now.
Box 3, work to the Mountain View, take 2, main 1, boy. 735, that is 3735, put 3 boxes, check the 35 and 13, copy my head. Check 435, that is 4:35 p.m., over. Back, just out to the 185, 185,
Filled the tank. Checked a couple signals and didn't really want to wait for anything, so we are now pushing on to Mapleton.
Milepost 140.8.
Hang on.
After our rather embarrassing performance on the Atlanta South District, Chazz and I hit up the one spot we knew we couldn't go wrong, Mapleton Siding. Right away, we were greeted with a headlight and a northbound hitting the Nickajack defect detector 2 miles away. In case you haven't figured out yet, Chazz harbors a deep loathing of power moves. Most of it stems from one fateful moment in Duffield, Virginia last summer. But that's a story for another day.
This might be 172 or it might be something else.
Yeah, this is 126. The locked up manifest is in Austell.
It's that time, folks. The mid-afternoon lull. No trains are coming. Signals are showing red in every direction. And we're just beat from driving. So what do? You go to Kroger and you buy Red Rock, and that fixes it.
There's no way to do this properly. Sure. There.
You just said Canadian name. Professional. Oh, okay. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Is this purely for ad revenue, Kenneth?
I'm gonna go back down to 8.
Drink pib.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, by the way, the lull ended and we didn't find Red Rock and we missed the first train. So that's what happens when you don't find Red Rock. You miss the trains because you didn't get your Red Rock, which is the lifeblood, the spirit animal, the be-all, end-all rail fan.
Pro railfanning tip. If you don't want to miss trains, don't go looking for Red Rock, because that's how you miss trains.
And most of all, don't go to Subway or Quiznos. I'm never sure which, but none of that will ever result in a good thing.
Because you'll miss 24E.
At Tolga.
After our failed Red Rock run, we decided to head back to Mableton and see what kind of action we could drum up. But not before some actual drumming. Ladies and gents, please enjoy the writing and performance of the Mableton Lick.
How do you want to start it? Wait, flams on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, what if we did the first one as a 3?
When it rains, it pours, and pour it did. We made a snap decision to shoot the power of the UP eastbound and head to Austell to avoid getting skunked out of a Shearer coal train at sunset. It was definitely the right one. After that, we had the rest of the night to relax and watch trains roll by as the sun dipped below the horizon. Have a good one, y'all. Blaze your own trail.